I actually leveled myself a bit more than the, normal amount. I actually went to the finished the act 2 because there was nothing to do. Also, yeah, connected to the chat. What I did is pretty much act progression and also the, fast quest to get Book of Skills. That's it. Nothing really else has happened. I started getting some of the gears up and then, making stuffs. Gears as it looks. I got the one more Arcane Crystal from Random Unique, and then Act 2 gives me one more, so I made the one tongue tier 4. Next is probably Warcat, and then after that I'll probably make the Bronze Shield, because that's a really good shield. But other than that, it's just going as it is. There's nothing special going on. Okay, that's straight line. 77. Ocean block 3. Might play it. 78. Stats is full strength right now. In the end game, I might actually go for higher number, especially... actually, I would probably go for the all attributes plus the skills, so I probably don't need to put any point. Offhand is Sparks Mystica, which is a very easy rune boss to make, and then it's extremely good for the early game. As, you can do it. Before I forget, I'm going to add something. Yeah, Gilded Shield would be nice. Throwing Ox. I'm not gonna put it in here. Also, sorry about the last stream. I remember having the D2 stats on the screen for forever. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to keep the Sacred Throwing Axe in the filter because I'm going to need at least one, if not more. Like, IED weapon and I guess all of the physical or all of the weapon-based build really want the highest tier weapons as early as possible. Only exception is when you really can't sustain those things, so there's some exceptions, yes, but... Also, by the way, make sure that before you enter the next act, make sure that your level is high enough to continue that act. In this case, I have to have at least 72 to... Or, I mean, low 71, high 71 would be fine because you can get enough experience to get the level catched up, but make sure that you have a high enough level to enter the next act. As long as you're, like, at the proper level range, you're gonna get level up, so, and that's gonna fix all the issue. But, well, if you don't have it, then that's a problem. Yeah, sure. Mountain King. Again, I'm putting a low point into there because I want to really go for weird path. Which makes things harder, I'm not gonna lie about that. There's something that's gonna be awful because of my decision, aka defense. By all means, I'm doing it because I love these stupid, like, unusual stuffs, but I'm gonna say Rune Master is the only choice for the practical sense. Level 80, very nice number. I don't know if anybody was watching my hardcore attempts of making some weird build, aka God Tower Overkill GT, Overkill Fortress Barb. which is my like weird idea. So it started as actually a GT throwbarb, and I did go for the something like physical throwbarb-ish skill bronze. What's happened was it was awful to the point that like I couldn't play. And a part of the reason was actually, I believe that GT and Fortress actually takes the damage from 100 equipment damage instead of the throw damage because it's not throwing skills. So I said, okay, I think I have to use the IED weapons, which kind of worked to be completely honest. The only issue is that, well, it was so fragile, and also damage started to be too low for the hardcore. I couldn't put point into the, you know, vitality, so that makes no sense, and the physical throwback was way better. Also, I had, like, Elementally got the first hardcore clear mind relic, which is, well, commonly known to be most OP skill in the entire game. And he hated that, and I'm not surprised at all. I hated that as well. And he went for Cyclone, which is arguably way weaker. Funny to hear. $83. At the 90, what do I need? Immortal and that. Yeah, I'm gonna max out the Immortal because why would I not? I need defensive layer, especially with low defense buff that I take. I need the defensive layer such as Avoid. That means I have to use Invisible for later, which is kinda cost, but sure. My defense is so low to the point that I probably will get the breastplate the higher level to fix that. Part of the reason why I'm using the breastplate instead of like Ancient Armor is Ancient Armor is kind of similar but higher defense. Other than movement speed though, you can get attack speed, and I do not believe I have any attack speed gear equipped. At least practically speaking. So that's why I'm not using that. About the gear, what I'm hoping for in terms of the random drop side is gonna be what's the name? Gilded Shield with Guard Tower, or craftable Gilded Shield is fine to be fair. It's completely for different purpose, so that's that. But that's completely for different purpose. I do not need that forever. Like, I do not necessarily need that. I'm just hoping for that. Gilded Shield is the best shield in terms of the defense. Well, other than Amazon Shield, to be fair. Amazon Set Shard, I don't know how to read that. It's like extremely good defense shield. That also has a really, really insane number of defense. Like, pretty much same number as Barbarian. But instead of a Barbarian trees, nothing really come close to that Gilded Shield. So if I'm gonna craft something, that's gonna be... I have to pretty much pick the Gilded Shield over anything else. Let's do this right now. We started to get a couple of the shrines. I'm not gonna place all of them here because, like, eventually I have to move those out, and then fast pace probably has to be angelic. But actually it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna even make the... Glowing Balloon. Damage is lower than mediocre. Energy or the mana actually is kind of cursed. But the Eagle Stance should take care of it, especially with higher skill level. This is softcore, by the way, so I can die, and that's actually a helpful thing to me. Attack rating is probably gonna be a big issue. I can see myself MO attack rating on this, cause I need it. I will need it, but that's a whatever. Because eventually gear choice is pretty much angelic. Other than the Tyrell's Might, I do not think anything really beats the angelic for this build. At least my endgame plan is. I'm maxing the Mountain King. Defense is okay. 20k is like... no, but... It's livable. It's not 55k, so it's doable. It's not gonna be nice, but it's doable. Look at the single target damage. This is worse than what I was landing on the last time, which is probably Sidestorm. It is not greatest build right now. I don't know why I did that, by the way. That makes no sense. That's on the bottom left. Map reveals Power Man. What's the next thing? So at the end of the Act 3, we are gonna have an area where you need to have, I believe, level 80 to enter. That's part of the reason that why I have to make sure that the level is high enough. But more importantly, it's just about, you know, getting experience and not end up in level 60, because that happens sometimes. Also, these days I couldn't sleep well for a while, so I really don't want to go for the hardcore. When you do the hardcore, you really kind of need to start with a very good character, or you must be extremely good at the game. So many enemies. Stop hunting punching me. It's money, I don't care. God, I am rich because of the gold demo. That's actually a very good tip, I guess. You really get the room from fast demoing the gold pine. Assuming, well, you can get the required resist and whatnot, that's gonna take priority no matter what. That should be all. Brain, heart, and eye. This is normal act progression, by the way. On the Nightmare, there is only one thing that stands out. I mean, I guess two things if you count something else, but... some special thing, like changing the scrollable resistances. But the only thing that stands out inside of the Act 3 is that the end of the act, or the Nightmare, is end of the Act 3, there is a special event on that. On the normal, end of the Act 5 has a special thing that you need to level for, and then like, Fast Charm is there. Other than that, though, I guess that the Infinite Respect is the biggest thing that's different from the normal act progression or the vanilla game progression of the new character. As long as game doesn't crash, I'm happy. If game crashes, I have to walk all the way from the lower class up to here. I wish I can use the... Like, Wolfenstein's leveling is way better than this, just because of survivability, to be honest. You can put full vitality and you have at least the same, if not way more damage. And Mephisto is dead. Open the portal, go to the Act 4. Open the portal and go to the Act 4. Go back, then you can come here. If you don't open portal there, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna have to walk all the way back. And, well, in my case, because I didn't take any waypoint, I believe I have to walk all the way from the lower class, or I think class pass actually. If anybody was watching the Kesri Cave with the guard tower, because I'm gonna use the Stampede mainly, I should have better time doing it than the that time, but the steel damage can be really low. But, well, before Angelic and also a lot more skill boost, it's just number of the target that the God Tower takes is so low. On top of that, your damage is so low either, but... I'm not gonna need too much items actually. I'm not gonna use aptitude as I was envisioning because like, well, I don't know if anybody watched that my painful testing at the valve pack, but it's not gonna work. I just can't value it. Only real thing that I can believe that it can have is that only thing I can think of that actually may have like a... What am I talking? Anyways, I need more skill point. And hopefully Gata really could be nice. By the way, this is the thing I need to do. And by cubing, it will give you the, you know, new great item.
Greetings. Good to see you again.
Oh my god, money is so solved right now. That's actually surprising. At the level 90, we are gonna get the rebut tab, so I'm gonna save point for that. I'm gonna go for tier 4. And I think I'm gonna go for the defense first. So first, Oil of Luck to hopefully get the defense boost. No. And I'm gonna get EDMO. It's low number, but better than nothing. And now make sure that the resistance is okay, which is a job by Otrin. I'm going to actually put random runes that I can use right now. Corin. What's my attack speed right now? 75. What do I want as attack speed? Bob, throwing ox, throwing. 80. I just want one more. That's not hard to do. I'm gonna get that now. Makes no sense to delay that. It doesn't have to be the best item ever. It's TU, we can always remake it, so I'm fine with just kind of breaking it. May not be necessary MO for the end game, but well, I can do it, might as well do it. Next level is the level 90, which I'm gonna put the point into the Nephilim Spirit, which gives the damage, fire and lightning damage based on my strength, or the base strength. Which, well, not great to be honest. I don't really need it, but might as well go for it, cause that's fun. God, I have some. I'm rich. I'm rich. My health is definitely a big issue. This is one of the reasons, like, I get to the 115 with the God Tower version. I think I may have get 100. Yeah, I must have gotten the 120. But I couldn't continue further, or I died actually. Because, well, I really couldn't do anything at that point. And I'm gonna max out the Immortal. I might go for Ancient Blood. Ancient Blood is not that great up until I get the good stats boost though. I'm gonna delay that and then I'm gonna go for the Ulven Guide first, because Ancient Blood is not great up till you started to get some stats boost. or the life boost, and the life boost source is so limited. Might get something like a life after each kill mod onto my axe, because my axe needs to be stronger. Also, my axe needs to have the rainbow stone rainbow stone instead of the other, crap for the resistances. I like putting random crap onto the TU weapon, but like 2 socket is not good for that either. And well, rainbow stone is rare enough that I probably don't have it, to be fair. I can play somewhat more reckless, as well as I can... Well, I can definitely try to YOLO a lot of contents that I'm not comfortable playing normally. Such as the... Kingdom of Shadows, I might try YOLOing, to be honest. Because I either have to respect or YOLO. It's gonna be bad. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna YOLO at least once, and if that doesn't work, then I can just say, don't do it at low level on the hardcore. You can actually try, like, at any point you can try any content, as long as you're on the softcore. And like, if you don't see a universe that you're winning, then you have to just delay it. Yeah, low on defense. I believe that's 100% conversion as well. So if you're low on the fire resistance, you're gonna have a serious issue. Amber? Amber. Attack rating is gonna be a huge issue after I get the proper gear for this, which is a +2 skills. All attribute is the 2 most important thing. Afterwards, I'm gonna go for the... Actually, I don't really need skull. Do I? Is the skull ever useful for any other purpose, like Soulforge? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna use Great Skull at some point, but that doesn't count. I'm gonna pick Amulet for now because this is early game. I don't know if I'm gonna use Crop Scene or something like Crafted. Crafted can get like 15% right. That might be better, to be honest. I just realized I probably should get the lifesteal. Yeah, I should probably get the lifesteal ammo. Lifesteal ammo gives the, give you the damage. I might... Pilage. How do I feel about using Pilage? I mean, even if it's like 0.1% damage increase, I think I prefer that over Pilage. That's how I feel about Pilage. Is that it has to be... Like, even if I can get 10% magic find, I take it that over Pilage. It was that awful. Good damage. Gone. Dead. I picked up 2 of them. No? PDL is nice though. Nah. Let's kill Diablo. That's not Diablo. Diablo escaped. Diablo escaped. Okay, I think that's gonna be too skill level. I'm not sure about what to go for now. I can definitely go for Mighty Bigger. But that's not gonna be a high number either. I kind of want to wait for the aptitude, to be honest. I don't really need in rush of putting any point there. If anything, the Mighty Bigger is the biggest thing I can get, but even then, it's not gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. What am I talking about? It's like 10%. 10% lightning pierce. That's huge. Like, it's kind of the versus in between aptitude and Mighty Bigger. Because, well, 20% physical resistance is usually way better than anything else. Okay, you know what? Mighty Bigger 5 is fine. I don't have to immediately max out the Immortal. Let's max the Mighty Bigger first. I think by having the shield, which is the Breaking Wheel, Bronze Shield tiered unique, which is extremely good one by the way. By having that, I can get that. Fine. Shank the Overseer. I'm gonna need at least one more Mark of Infusion or the Honorific Gear to replace my Glove, because Glove has the... Need to get that. I'm gonna max up the Mighty Bigger. That should be some good damage. I really didn't... I always forget the Act 5 map reveal, because you don't need it up to Crystalline Passage, to be honest. I mean, it's helpful, but you know what to do. Once you played enough, you know what to do. And it doesn't really change over what you do. Is this 1 per 300 or... PS is not gonna be issue, especially on the end game. Worst case scenario, I can use the... what's the name? Sleep with the... some guy's body parts. I think Legacy of Blood. Sleep with Legacy of Blood, I believe, is, you know, really good substitute for that, so... That should give me the 20% lifesteal, which means 40% lightning pierce, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, go to find the Ali is so good. It is actually good. I didn't know that. I don't know if I want to get the quality armor on the thing. I probably shouldn't have done that. Man, if somebody wants to make the crafted armor, I guess that's gonna be useful. But when they wear crafted armor, probably they don't need it. Good point. This is 50%? 100%? I thought it's 50, I don't know why. I can die here, so I'm gonna open the portal. Actually, I'm gonna let him hit me to show you how much damage he does. Yeah, that's why I said I can die here. Where's my guy? You're my defensive layer. Okay. I can open portal here and then walk back. I don't think I need tier in there, whatever. I might go for Malun instead of the Covern, if possible. Because attack rating is there, the life is there. Mana is whatever, I don't care. Level 99, very good number. We need to get the next waypoint and then go back to the clear that, which by the way is very close. Hour gap and go back to the crystalline passage and then go to the frozen river. And after that you can actually go for the... And the reason is obviously for the any vanilla game, same as the vanilla game. It is for the scrollable resistance to get the 10% resistance. Again, it is on the charm, not... It is the upgrade for the charm, not for yourself. You cannot consume that. What do I need for the ring, actually? I should set the ring on the Ditsu stats. That must be done, yeah. IED skill lifesteal? Other than that, I can potentially use Adrenaline Rush too. Also, because this build is a Barbarian and also the strength, full strength build, I just noticed that I have to make the small cycle strength. Small strength cycle, which is nightmare. But well, what can I do? Again, scroll resistance, and as I said, it's a Sunstone upgrade, so that's done. I want to get the breaking wheel, but I can't do it. Well, whatever, I have to get this down now, so I have to do this now. Did you drop on the ground? Didn't know that's gonna happen. What do I want for this? Whatever is fine. We are not gonna care about Moss Shrine, so whatever is fine. What do I want? I'm gonna say proc is the biggest one. Brimstone striking is the wrong proc. 6-2 skills is nice. MAK is not nice. Anything else is not worth it, so that's that. 3-2 skills. Life on striking, magic fine. I can deal with that. My first weapon, so we are not gonna have a really high expectation for that. I'm gonna go for Magic Find. Cause I'm gonna need the Magic Find. As a source have found, your first gear to farm probably crush 3000 PA. But in this case, I don't even go for that because I can't even use the full set. Kinda. Life is nice. I'm gonna say life is nice enough. That's big enough life. Those are gonna be melted. %10 attack speed minus lightning and yeah, 100%. 2% life steal, gold find. Yeah, it's better than that. I just did finish the quest, so I can go back here. I'm not gonna talk to the Anya or deal with the Ninafak because he has no consequences. He's just there to just... He's gonna rot there at the end of the day, so... Higher the strength, the better the damage is. That's the rule about the... A lot of innate elemental build works the same way. You either get innate elemental damage, elemental PS, and you only care about those 3 pillars. Innate elemental damage... Actually, give me a moment. I just realized something. Oh my god, I survived. What I had to do was that I had to change the memo place. I mean, you could see in the stream, to be fair. That's my bad. I was shocked that I survived that situation. Why are there... Okay. Gosh. Also, I'm sure he can already make the... I'm sure he can already make a Tome of Knowledge. Oh, gear. I do not know. I might actually, since I'm playing as a throwbarb, I might actually go for full set. Big Hunter's weapon is the pretty much only weapon we have access to that has the physical damage scaling and the innate elemental damage scaling. The damage is low, however, but well, at least for the early game, that should be fine. And also, it gives the chance for you to get the life actual healing from lifesteal. For the throwbarb buff, that might actually be an endgame weapon just because of these features that otherwise are inaccessible for us. Nuffle. Okay, you didn't do any damage. What the hell? One of the most important thing is to kill Nuffle as fast as possible, and I'm gonna die. We are at the very low defense. Again, if you take the Rim Master, you will not have any of those issues. If you take the Loom Master, you probably will max it, to be completely honest. And like, max the Loom Master will give you like so much defense that even with like low defense gear like I have, and well, you have to put a lot of runes to fix the issues. Yeah, but that's aside the point. I am not sure if I'm gonna make anything on the crafted on the sacred. Just have the base, to be honest. Having the base is having an option. No, yes. Kinda yes, actually. Look at that. That's like minimally good. In the end, I think I have to use Afra's Oracle. Probably, but... By the way, for the non-D2 players, Absorb doesn't mean they are immune and they're gonna heal. I mean, it does mean it, but it is not meant to be like, you have to use any other elemental damages. It's just a reduction in a practical sense, so... Like, I did calculation before. It's actually not bad damage, as long as you know. So low on damage. Next is idiot, so... Yeah, I can just spam it, that's fine. I don't know what's happened. I'm gonna creep that. What the heck? I'm gonna creep that. Navis are broken there. I'm gonna creep that. Yeah, just random creep. Did I actually cast actually? I have to make sure. I need to know if I accidentally cast or not. Okay, I didn't. That's fine. Share on the YouTube. That. Yeah, I mean, there's no practical purpose, but Navi was broken. Sorry. Took a long time. Oh wait, that's Web 3. I just realized that. God. My bad. I didn't notice that. Oh yeah, I'm still using that. No wonder I'm not gonna freeze it get frozen by anything. Let's kill the Lista. Lista isn't that strong, to be fair. I kinda need the breaking wheel now. I believe that I delayed that too far. I delayed that too long. And Bell should be dead. The blanking build the Barbarian Shield, that's extremely good.
The prime evils are no more.
Ah, I don't have enough gear for anything. I'm definitely rushing too fast, I feel like. But well, sometimes it's fun, so I'm gonna go. 250, currently 5%, so 10% life lightning pierce. One I need more than that. Two Umren should be fine. What's my verse? Oh my god, that's awful. That's awful. Yikes. I want slightly more resistances. I can use that. At this point, what I should have done is honestly go ahead and then get those two replaced with tiered unique, but I'm going to try to not do that. Just because of curiosity. Because I've never done that like low gear hell before. I think I've literally never done this low gear hell. Weapons are always a throwing axe of some kind. So angelic is out of question. Other gears are gonna be angelic because I need damage. And because of low gear, and also I don't have any buff on, which makes no sense. My defense is extremely bad. 41,000 defense is bad. Like, you're not gonna have fun time using that. That was bad. It's one of the worst defense character, I guess. Oh, what? Health. 103. Okay, somehow, yeah, it's so much better to not use guard tower. Guard tower was fun, but like, god, this is different. Creepy. And Corrupting Necromancer dead. Okay, I thought I'm gonna die there, but thank you for the leveling. One of 109 or the yeah, and then 10 point. Yeah, we are gonna have a lot of points to spare, so I really do not know the reason to try to get that to the, you know. I'm not sure how Stampede calculation is going on this, but the number seems off. Anyways. Umber. $1,276, not bad number, not bad number. If I get the golden cycle, I'm gonna shamelessly dupe that because oh, Witch Hunter. You know what? I'm gonna use Witch Hunter. I don't know why I'm not gonna use Witch Hunter. The reason is it has the +2 strength, +2 dexterity, which is 2 things that I want. It has a max resistance and, well, physical resistance, elemental resistance on top, bonus to defense. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I don't know why I won't use that. It's better than not using that, so sure. I can definitely start making a couple of things, I guess. Let's start, you know, organizing the chest. Actually, I probably don't need the L or Teal. Lal, I can see why. I want to keep that, like, as I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna make each gem container, because why not? Oh, resist gem, that makes some level of sense. Resist jewel makes a lot of sense. And I'm gonna just use it to throw away. So it's fine. I'd probably need one Nef. It is nerfed, but it's still really good item. Witch Hunter's Foot is nerfed this season, I think. It was 2% max resistances, but it's now 1% max res, and it's still really good item. Fell, it makes sense. Hell makes very little sense, actually. I'm gonna eventually need some gems, because gems are actually, like, cool. I'm gonna organize after a while, but I'm not gonna do it now. Cause I don't know what I'm gonna place, to be honest. A big stash makes things so much easier. I'm gonna need that, but sure. Yeah, I have to wait for a lot of stuff. At the one of... So, Hell. Let's talk about what I have to do at the Hell difficulty. There's a lot of things I have to do at the Hell difficulty. And this is where the actual game starts. Up to this point is essentially a tutorial of, like, you know... Okay, there's those cool quests, new quest is there. You have to do these things, and you're expected to know about those cube recipes, those things. You play the game enough. Now you have to actually start farming a lot. And well, at the 105, we're gonna start to get the first bunch of the actual charm quest. There's a lot of charm quest, and that's the end game progression. It's not like, you know, you get more, you know, you farm gear for 20 hours or you farm small charm for 20 hours. No, I mean, kind of yes, but by killing both, you're gonna get new charm, and new charm will give you way more strength than your just gear. If you steal all of the gear from level 150 character, all of the charm from level 150 character, he's gonna struggle on a lot of contents. And but a lot of charm will give a lot of things, such as the very a lot of things actually. Like it could give life, mana, max life percent, elemental resistance, maximum elemental resistances, attack rating, plus the skills, plus the class skills. Slow is gone light. Deadly strike, innate elemental damage, so on. There's a lot of things that champs can give. Also, defense is there. Even minus defense is there sometimes, but that really doesn't matter. Malfoil. I don't think I care about Malfoil. Anyways, at the 105 level, you're gonna start to get a lot of stuffs. Wonderful. Gear Wars progression is, I guess, either cross the 3000 PA to get the sets. We can always use crafted, and endgame objection is definitely angelic items. Anyways, 105 level is close, which is nice. Sure. Yeah, it's so nice to be honest. Like, I was thinking about what helm to make, but which hunter's food is better than at least most of the helms. I'm actually not sure about top spin comparison, because top spin is also extremely good helm that comes out of nowhere. And 3 headwood piece is gonna die and probably give me a next level. Boots is really good for the early game caster, but especially on the multi-element caster, such as the trap scene, which is not caster even, but somehow caster. Incarnation uses it because it gives the physical and fire spell damage. Probably Unholy caster also uses it because it is a physical and lightning spell damage. I'm not sure about the most other stuffs. Probably Totem will use this because, well, it is a fire code and lightning combined. But yeah, multi-elemental casters usually use it. I personally don't go for it unless, you know, I pretty much feed all of the signets first to have a lot of stats to equip everything, or I just do not, I just have the... What's the name? Okay. Anyways, I got the 105 level. I'm not sure about top spin. Top spin is also really nice helm. Attack speed, max resistance. I think there is even strength and dexterity boost. And energy.
Deckard Cain, you've got to get out of here.
There's some like great gear that's just there. Okay, now I have to get the next thing, which is what leg. Cow level is a hell on the area, by the way. I didn't say that on the area. Probably I should, but well, too late. So fast time lock area, batches layer. Once you enter, there's a 20 seconds to... Only 20 seconds that you can enter again. It's not that you cannot... You cannot, you know, win if you spend more than 20 seconds. It's that you cannot re-enter after past 20 seconds. So if I get out of here now, I cannot enter again. I cannot go back to the potion refill. I cannot go back after the death. That's how this works. Akara's robe. Trash. In order for me to get to the place... Oh, by the way, this is the fast jam, which the Batch's Tooth. 10 to all attributes, 20 to magic fine, and 1 light radius. Well, light radius is viable, to be fair. Ah, close.
Not in town.
Those are signets of learning, which gives the extra status point. Anyways, next 105 Uber coming up. I'm gonna open the waypoint, open the portal, and then go to the waypoint. Come back to that, and then get the things ready, because why not? Ruby is nice. Experience is nice. I usually don't expect to see those things already viewable from here. That kind of blew my mind. Blow my mind. That was weird.
Hello.
Ruby and Oat. Okay, I'm actually doing great. I'm surviving. Unexpectedly, that is, but surviving. I'm gonna do softcore corpse run because there's no way that I'm gonna make these kind of... I mean, if I seriously try, I probably can do it on hardcore, to be honest. Where is it? There's a lot of enemies that invisible here, so you have to be careful on that end. Oh. Okay, I'm almost ready to fight. So it's right here, inside of the pit, in the depth of the pit.
Greetings.
Infernal Cave. So let's show you the boss things. Oh, didn't. Unfortunate. So this level is about the, you know, avoiding this Nova. I'm gonna try to face tank that to show you how much damage. Yeah, you can survive against that with 76. 75 is probably fine. Usually you can survive at least one hit, but one, I do not know if this game still have the critical chance. Also, yeah, this is a charm quest. I guess I'm gonna pick that up. Orb of Lesser Alchemy, which we usually won't use it because Orb of Great Alchemy exists and which gives the better crafted amulet. That's the reason that why we don't really use it. It's like twice the better items are available for us, so why are you gonna use this? So yeah, I'm not gonna use this. And optical detector. I think that's all 105 in the Act 1. 105 has like, I believe 2 more quests? 3 more quests? Yeah, 3 more quests to do. But those 2 are the, you know, what I can do in the Act 1. Act 2 has 2 more. Act 3 has 1. And after that, I have to level to 110 somehow. Leveling now actually started to be kind of an issue as the, you know, you hit the point you actually are meant to level instead of, you know, letting it be. You actually have to level now. Like, up to Nightmare, you're meant to play the entire map once and maybe some, you know, some detour to get to the end, like, get extra experiences. But now we have to actually farm for the level, like 10 times, 20 times, doing the same map to get more experience. Leveling usually goes like this. Up to 110, you usually just go through the act normally. And if it is not enough, then you're gonna do the Sunless Sea. In between 105 to 110, your objection, you can level out, 110 to 115, you can level out to either, usually cow level, but you can also use Trash and Jungle. It's like that. Okay, what I'm saying that, I just noticed that it's probably not, makes no any sense to anyone.
Good day.
106. One oh six.
So cold and damp under the earth.
106. Okay, Andario time. Andario is just fine, to be honest. Like, you can die a few times, but if you can get to this point, if you can do Butcher and whatever, you should be able to do it without, you know, worst case scenario, you die a few times, that's it. And if you try hard enough, you can definitely survive. Like, there's not much in it that, like, makes it impossible to survive. Meteor Shower, by the way, is the still hard. I'm gonna show you the damage real quick and then try to avoid afterwards. But if you're standing still for too long, you're gonna die. So... Okay, one thing I got now is that I finally got the enough Arcane Crystal to make the Breaking Will, the shield that I wanted for the time.
Good day.
Is this tier 4? No. That would be great. What's the top spin actually? Is top spin better than the 30 attack speed, 400 defense, dexterity, energy, elemental resistances, bonus to defense? Oh no, doesn't have a strength, okay. What's the thing? 12, 16, 16. Strength is a variable, 29. Lightning poison resist is variable, nice, nice. And well, that's done. Okay, we got next gear. But the thing is, 1% more max elemental resistances means top spin is better because you can put you get 4 free sockets. And 4 free sockets means 20% extra stats point. Anyways, Act 2, there's 2 quests that I have to do. So I actually have to go to the Stony Tomb. Especially as this build, innate elemental based damage build. I need to do the... I need to go to the Sunless Sea and then actually have to get the what's the odds again? It's like 1 in 9 or 1 in 16, something like that. You know, rather annoying item to do things. I'm gonna probably make a crap one and come back there later. And like run up till I get the perfect order. You know, what I need is innate elemental damage and the minus elemental resistances. Both of them must be maxed. Experience on the Subas are still fine, but I would much rather level at the Sunless Sea. I am free to die because, you know, this is softcore, not hardcore anymore, thank god. I am allowed to die now, so I'm not too worried about this. God, Stampede is so much faster! Okay, before I continue, I actually have to put the proper notifier on the ring, because I think I need to have the good ring notifier. I think it's not gonna be railing innate elemental damage. Plus the skill and lifesteal. Life stolen per hit. Yeah, I'm gonna put those two just to get the things done then. It's not gonna be necessary in any way, but... my defense is somehow lower. How does it make sense? Okay, it's higher now. Yeah. After the Angelic is properly done and farmed, I might go for the... I think I'm gonna use the... next thingy. Because Angelic has to be done first to properly make the God Tower. Again, I have to go to the Stone Tomb, so I open the portal there. Oh my god. Arcane Collector. He can drop something called UMO, Unique Mystic Orbs, so you should kill it all the time. I mean, any goblin... maybe burying the Voided Flora because it's annoying. Maybe exception with the exception of the Voided Fora should be just farmed. What? That's not right. Actually, is my attack speed fine? Yeah. Only 8 is necessary, so super easy. One thing about the breaking wheel or the is that I was using the cannot be frozen shield that you can make at the level, you know, whatever. So I actually lost that and kind of sucks, to be fair. But well, it doesn't make it impossible to play, so I would much rather take that. Oh my god, what's that damage? 1043. I have like one more. I wish I can finish all of the 1-5 quests and potentially even all of the 1-10 quests. Oh my god, I'm gonna die fast. Am I attacking? Yeah, I was attacking. Yeah, I guess the damage is that low, which does not surprise me. What surprised me is that the fact that I forgot to open the portal. Let's go. Let's open the portal. I'm surprised that I died there, to be honest. I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm like super defensively weak, so shouldn't be surprised. Can I enter? A lot of enemy has to die. Oh, by the way, any area leading to the Ubers, which is the quest instead of the, you know, your act progression, is way harder than the normal. Well, I guess up to Act 4 or so. Actually, at the, like, revolver frame, you're gonna start to see some enemies being actually brutal outside of that rule. And also, on the Act 4 Uber area is Silver City, but which is from Isa, but the really is... Okay, where am I going, actually? I wasn't paying attention. Though? Oh no, I might not be able to come here. What? My damage is so low, grabbers may not die. That's an issue, because I have to kill those guys to enter there, and they absorb the lightning, and my damage is not amazing. I'm gonna go. Perfect Sapphire. By the way, our buffs has a duration on the both Titan's Fortitude is around 2 minutes right now, I think. Oh my god, I have max money. Wasn't expecting that. This is, yeah, Sunless Angel. His Code Nova is strong. I should probably take damage. You have to kill 6 of them and pray to the god that Cham rolls great, and also pray to the god that he's willing to give me the thing. Those guys will also deal a lot of damage, and also himself will deal a lot of damage. Also, yeah, Sunless Crystal Bar. That was what I'm talking about Pray to the God. Because you need the Sunless Crystal Bar to upgrade this charm, but it drops in 1/6 chance. So you might have to come here a lot of times to just get the upgrade if you need that, at least. How many build want to do it now? There's a lot of weird build that you can get. You pretty much me. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. How much damage it does. Okay, didn't do as much as I was. Oh yeah, because I have the avoid. If you don't have a void, especially, it's gonna be way worse. Because a void is what is giving me that, you know, little survivability there. This. Well. God, farming is tough. Yeah, I have like 30% avoid, which makes it way more survivable than the EP I have 0%. Onyx. Sunless Angel must die. Is that third bod? Nice. Okay, about that, I need to do this. That's done. I'm gonna go for Woven Guide because I don't have much boost. So it can roll, I think, 3 to 5% innate elemental damage. And then it can roll like 3 to 5%, 2 to 5% elemental PS. And you kind of need it as the innate elemental damage build. So that's why I'm saying that you have to pray to the god. Eventually, I will farm enough to get that, but that's for later.
What? Oh, thanks. Oh, hi there.
I might go for 120 or something. I might actually do that, to be honest. No Theorem because I don't need it. Pull is fine, Tau is not necessary, though it's not really. Onyx. Oh no, I don't mean to. I'm gonna use as many belts on as I want, by the way. Okay, I have to do the menu first. That's a trash. 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 I'll take that. That's better than nothing. I'm not sure about this one, to be honest. I have 350 life. I want 350 life more now. Anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna bother going for the perfect one, which is a 5% innate elemental damage, 5% minus elemental resistances. -3 light radius kind of sucks, but who cares? Let's be honest, light radius is not important. So after this, I'm gonna do normal act progression up to the where? Up to the harem. And inside of the harem, or actually it could be before the harem. I don't know what's the name of the places. Inside of there, you can actually get the next item that's necessary. After I get pretty much, you know what? After I get 110 level, I will remake my honorific gears because I don't need it anymore. Oasis. Put it to 0. Turquoise. Nature's Will, aka Game. Big Hunter? No. That's a hunter set. But they all have the nature in name. That confused the heck out of me. And I think they was also confused because they actually made a mistake on the patch note or mirror sets. I don't know. I don't need Warp Blade to be there. Don't even know why it's there. Oh no, that's a Sacred Rare filter. This is not hardcore, so Sacred Rare filters active. Not the whatever I added for the sake of the hardcore place. And then building up my new characters. Okay, let's go for this. Unclean Shrine, done. Punkskin. God, that really represents the damage balance well. You're not gonna deal a lot of damage ever. Next is Power Oasis. Walking back to the Power Oasis.
The sun shines once again.
Maggot Layer. Mind Leech. That sounds sick. Hive Overseer. That's why he can throw the... It can throw the swarms at me. They just ordered... I have no idea how to read that. Young Maggot Fair. Hive Mother Fair. Level 3. Breaking Will has life after each kill, which helps a lot about my sustain. Yeah, God Tower should be done after that. No joke. Is there any ammo I want to make? I don't think so. In fact, I might have more than enough physical resist even now. Yeah, I should have 48% physical resistance in practice. Which means too much. Which means more than enough for especially how early game this is. talk to the Dragnan and talk to the... Not talk to the Jaren. And I'm going to trigger this burst and then kill those guys because why not? Well, there's no any reason to do it in that order, to be fair. Now this is the time to kill the Riftwalker. This is the 4th quest of the 105. And there is one more quest left on the 105 level required quest. Damage is low, but that's mainly because like... just how it is, I guess. You... like, innate elemental damage scaling is really low for early game, so... I would say don't use it unless you want to use it. Like, it's not gonna be the best solution for you. But it's fun to do the different build, for, especially for leveling section where you can still do it. Instead of the, you know, 120, 140, 145 quests where, you know, you feel like you can't do anything with it, but you... without, like, excessive gears. It's fun. My attack rating is having serious issue because... look at this number. 80%? That's low. Policella. If I could get to the Flare Jungle, actually Flare Jungle waypoint usually. That's the where 4th quest is there. Last 5 quest is there. Why am I here actually? That's ridiculous. Why was that cast that slow? Cast frame should be 9, not like 12. Anyhow. Stag Bow? Stag Bow is the innate elemental bow, by the way. Oh yeah, Life Spark. Why am I not searching for Life Spark? That's a good point. Well, I'd eventually find something. That's fine. I'd probably use the Despondence for the survivability, right? This gonna be a lot of work. Only thing I feel like I might use the dupe for the other account thingy, or the other character thingy, is the Nifoga Crystal Life, Nifoga Chicket, I guess. That's here. We are gonna see next 110 quest, which you can't really access yet. Because in order to access that quest, you need to gain 110, obviously. Bright people fighting against Duel, you're gonna see that. Left. Knowing the map, you can actually do it super fast. It's so cool. You know where to check first. You know what to do, or which path to take, even without watching anything. In this case, like, map preview really did not help. If you know the map, this is a straight line. Like, if things started to be, like, you know, annoying, then yeah, but... otherwise, you don't have to bother about those. Oh my god, damage is low. This is cussed. Because this one works without me being there, I can buy the potion, but... I didn't open the portal. That might be a big mistake. I kinda want something like Folk Talon on striking. Knight's Folk on striking, I think. I feel like that proc will enable some very unique build that, like, you know, normally not even considered by anybody. Okay, normal act progression is done. This quest has a lob upgrade on top that you can get, but those are at the later stages. 115 has one and 130 has one. And 131 is so important. We cannot skip 131. That's so free. Yeah, I have a lot of good stuff, so... Only real thing that I can consider now is like swap of the weapon must be done at some point. But I think my attack rating is so low to the point that I probably don't want to swap yet. Look at this number. I mean, both were bad, but I do not think I'm gonna get significant enough damage boost with this. There's magic fine though. Anyways. Okay, what are we trying to do now? Yeah, let's get to the 110 and around there it's gonna be finished, I guess. I have 1 more hour, so I think I can get to the 110. 110 has, I believe, 3 more quests? Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't right. Yeah. That's there, and Great Marsh. God, Great Marsh looks awful. Okay. Nothing special, obviously. I just have to get to the Great Marsh. So I won't open the portal and then go ahead and then come back or something. Those kind of things doesn't really work with this kind of a map. $108. Spider Cavern. This is again normal act progression, burying the one thing that I have to get Flaya jungle waypoint. And eventually I'm gonna go for Flaya dungeon as well. No, what's the name again? Subers?
What a strange little statue.
Whatever the name of that place is, beside the Flaya jungle waypoint. But yeah, I'm gonna go there, get the waypoint, and then get inside of that place. Because there's a proving ground under there. And you have to prove the worthiness to wield new charm. I'm curious how many people are on offline play of this game, to be honest. Because like, Diablo 2 has a single player, and which is kind of like obsolete, to be honest, inside of those games. I know Path of Exile does have solo self found, but don't really have a bad chance. Oh. God, how many hours am I expecting to take to push this character to the 115 to, no, 145 to 150, and potentially even kill the Deimos and Niflheim? On the softcore situation environment, Samael is easier than the Deimos by a lot. Hardcore, I had depends on the character, Samael is worse. And I trust LA on that because he's experienced, and I mean experienced player on the hardcore. Give me defense. $70k defense is okay, not acceptable. Like it's acceptable, not like it's like grounding, but it's not okay. But well, what can I do? Get this waypoint. And go to... Oh, Swampy Pit is the name. Okay, that makes sense. Ah! Oh my god, I might die. I'm frozen, so yeah. Well, they didn't deal any damage. That's the only reason that I survived, to be fair. That looked bad. Oh yeah, let's talk about the Infernal Death Projector. He's gonna, first and foremost, he's gonna shoot a beam forever. So that's the first thing you have to worry about. Secondly, you have to run enemies near him, because he will be invulnerable unless you have two enemies near them. So I'm baiting 1 and 2. Now it's vulnerable, and I'm gonna shoot Death Projector till he dies. Oh god, can I move? It's that simple if you know what to do, and if you can tank their attack, to be fair. That can be sometimes an issue. But yeah, overall, it's not scary fight by any means. Well, unless somehow that happened. I really don't know why that happened. And all of the 1-5 Uber is done. This is a Death Projector. 3% to max life, 10% to max mana, and 10% experience. Done. That beam is so much weaker than I remember, to be honest. It could be way worse, I feel like. Omren. One thing about Immortal, by the way, is Immortal is while you're standing, you will get 30% avoid. If you're not standing still, you're not gonna get any benefit. I need the Assault Helmet as well. That can wait. I will need Conquest, I think, so that's that. Conquest gives at least 20% avoid percent. You know, nice. If I'm gonna craft on anything, that should be Gilded Shield. Gilded Shield gives so much defense that it's unbeatable king. If I want to make Rune Bars, I'm gonna use the Gilded Shield. If I want to make Crafted Shield, I'm gonna use the Gilded Shield. Gilded Shield is the king. I'm Barbarian. I'm not gonna use anything else. Anyways, but like, you can actually use the Breaking Will up to the all the way through, to be honest. If I want to cheat the UMO, I can do it with the help of my cheaty character, who has like 64 rune I duped. That took like 3 hours. It's not planned 3 hours, but somebody needed to test that, so... don't get hit by that, because why would you get hit by that? Rift Storm is one of the most pronounced attack for the... And there's enough there to dodge that, so never get hit by that. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. Now, normal act progression again, so nothing special is going on. I'm gonna just beat everything.
This holy blade just
Yeah, it's so much better to not use the God Tower. You spend like... you spend forever just trying to walk forward with God Tower. It was funny, but it's not okay in the grand scheme of things. The reason why I was using the IED God Tower, by the way, is because I really needed some kind of single target. After I died against the Talasher, I noticed that the damage was so low against single target. Like, there's not good damage, so I had to do something about that. And I said, well, why won't I do that? Do the thing to get more damage. IED lightning and then use overkill. Actually, first I used the physical, and physical didn't really go well. And I used the lightning and it went well. That's what's happened. Jade figurine, I'm gonna take water. One moment. I definitely have a strong health issue. Well, I mean, if you get handicapped and then compensation or whatever, I don't know, social security kind of money, then you're definitely having some serious issue. Oh my god. Up shaker, Jewel, heavy gloves. I had to do it. Oh my god. There's not too much issue about survival anymore. I mean, it's softcore, I don't have to bother too much about it. That's the nicest boss, to be honest. After decent angelics are farmed, I think I am gonna go for, yeah, the thing. I need plus 2 skill and all attributes. I need those two 100%. That's the biggest thing. In order to start using the God Tower as the main skill, I definitely 100% needs the plus 2 skills. I'm not sure why you're not getting hit by my attack. What was that? Hunting bouncy is scary, be careful. Yeah, I'm gonna probably die. Honestly, I knew that's dangerous. I knew I shouldn't do it, and like, it's softcore, I can die. And I'm doing it. That's how I am dying. Please don't blame me. It's fun to just be able to die. Okay, finally you're dead. And Griefbringer. Griefbringer is like overkill axe, I think. It gives more projectile to overkill. But I just damage is so bad that like it doesn't matter at all. Oh, where am I going? Sewers, hello there. Where am I going? Top right? Top right. Actually, it's bottom right, isn't it? My brain doesn't function now. Yeah, I might not stream later today, to be honest, because like, my health is definitely not okay to do it now. But I'm starting to feel better, so I should be able to come back to the better shape later. But yeah, I'm not okay right now. I need to less ill to stream, to be honest. Or I should be less ill to stream. I don't necessarily need it. But I want to be less ill. $109. I was actually watching the only Draven Gamers, who is the Minecraft players, during stream. So yeah, you probably couldn't tell because I was not talking as much. With guided playthrough nonetheless, but I'm trying to make the guide, not the... I want to make the guided playthrough, that is. And apparently he's going for the ocean block now. I might actually play that because... Controllable world is the best world. That's not okay. I don't have to show how to die twice. I'm going to get the waypoint and the 7th crit. There's too many. I didn't feel comfortable with fighting against 10 Mephist Cavalist. They deal so much damage with their Hunting Banshee. Beast Judgment. Hell is not great, Baba. I'd probably eventually just throw away all of my runes and then use the... Eye? Oh, that's the eye. That was too right to be considered because like optical detector is there. I thought that's optical detector. Talk to the cane, because you have to talk to the cane to enter. That's a mod thingy. I don't know what exactly is the reason behind it. It could be version difference, it could be something else. But it is not a restriction on normal Ditsu, I think, so it's weird. Speedrunner doesn't do it, so I'm fairly certain this is not the restriction normally. Beat the Mephisto, beat the Diablo, and I want to get to the... what's the name? Wildstone Keep level 2. That's really the farthest in terms of act progression I can do. I cannot beat the Hell Bell up to 125. It's not 2.8 anymore, okay? Like 2.8, you could get to the Bell in 110. And I think you're meant to do the thing at the 115, before 115. But Bell is nerfed a lot, so... That was a fun season, though. Let's go, Mephisto. I might go slightly closer. This is a Leaf Storm. I'm gonna get hit just to show the point. Yeah, don't get hit. But I guess those guys are not that of a threat if you know the... Oh. Yeah. If you're not on the hardcore, or if you have like... If you're putting a low point into Vitality now, you can get like 80k to potentially even 8k to potentially even 10k. Which makes things doable. I need to do the Hellforge, yeah. What I kind of want to do now is I want to remake those two gears to the better gear. So I'd probably do that now. I should get Sacred Boots for that. Boots, Greaves, Leather Glove, Heavy Glove, Gauntlet. Yeah, I'm going to make the next gear ready, so... I want to have the honorific gear. I don't know if I'm gonna make crafted, but I want to swap the gold pine for the different thing. And because I'm a full strength character who has so much strength to wear anything I want, I'm not gonna bother about that either. Does Segnisha has like 150 PDL? Well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, essentially we have 48% resistance. Usually it is read as a 28 because Because 20% is coming from the unyielding, and yeah, unyielding gives the physical resist after you get hit. But well, you're never gonna get like a singular extremely strong bomb. That's not what I expect ever to happen. It's not how this game works. You're gonna get hundreds of small hits than the one singular killing blow. Okay, almost 110 by the way. Isol is dead. I just start putting point into the next thing, which is Ancient Blood. It gives attack rating, it gives max life percent. Eventually it's gonna be a serious defensive layer, as I'm gonna get a lot of life from gear. Ideally that is, because angelic gear with the what I want is not the best thing. At a certain point, using this character to farm angelic becomes unreasonable because of the amount of the item I need. So I think I'm gonna go up to, let's say 130. If I get the... Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna do up to 130 to potentially 135. Scos ready? That's extremely hard though. Yeah, I'm gonna do up to Udi with this character, and I'm gonna push this character with the help of the character afterwards. That's a nice gems. Yeah, because I have to farm like hundreds of angelic for a lot of angelic for that matter, and yeah, I'm not gonna get the good items with that. Do I have angelic plus this skill or attributes? I might not have all attributes. Four to 9, 10 to all skills. 40 to 49 to 85, 40 to 85 total attributes. Am I sure that's the good number? No, that's for the body armor. That shouldn't be there. Oh. Oh no. Not only that, I was doing typo, so it didn't work at all. Oh my god. I might have missed a low item then. Whoops. What? I might have missed a lot of potentially really good gears. Oh wait, yeah, attributes. Attributes also can be a percentage too. I forgot about that either. I'm not sure which one's gonna be a biggest issue. It could be either... Should I get more? I might get 2 more skill points to get the Wolf always beats me. Because Wolf Companion is necessary for my survival. Yeah, after 110 Uber, I probably won't be even able to finish that, but I'll probably finish that. I wanna show every Uber, but like I might not be able to be honest. This playthrough's whole point is I want to make the written guide of the IED throwbarb, not about want to make the normal guide, so that's that. Eventual gear requirement is far too high and severe. We need to do the angelic farming, but the angelic farming wants the AoE, not this. Although, I'm not sure what's the best character at the point to do the angelic farming, to be fair, so... That's that. Might be Saisim, might be something like Oh, 110. I can actually start doing a lot of stuffs now. And wow, that's the start of the really painful section. 110 is scary. $110. No, I'm not gonna push. Pushing over my health condition is just ridiculous. Heraldic Shield is nice for the Paladin, not for me. When you make like a Key of Life with 125 area access, so it's not gonna be important. Might go for bear, might go for... I don't know. I need real damage and real survivability for that section. Those two are the two things that's important right there. And I'm not sure what build has the both. Okay, let's finish this here and then go for the 110 Ubers. And some of them may be really harsh. But shouldn't be impossible for the most part. I'm gonna definitely do some kind of corpse run against the Gitan because I can. On the hardcore you can't, but on the softcore you can. Yeah, I'm gonna get heavy glove. That's gonna be my gear swap new gear for the glove because I don't need the gold find anymore. Oh, overkill is tied. Didn't know that. I'm not sure which is better. Oh, what blade? Melee Sauce is a strong build, but well, not gonna happen. I can't finish 110 Uber because I have to do more than that to do the 110 Uber. Unfortunate, but whatever. I should get the things. Wrong. I kind of want to place all of them into the other stash, but well. And I don't want to cheat on the anything up to the Udisian. After that, I might actually spam with different character. Kinda depends, but I can't see this character being too great of the angelic farmer. Oh, that's use tainted. Okay, I'm ready. What's my resistance? I wanna do Talasha. Okay, 186 is high enough. I need some code, but that's it. Okay, I have enough stats. I can do Talasha. Talasha pierces 40% of your max resistances. So for the 90, I think you need 200. I could be wrong. But because I'm not gonna have 90, I probably was fine with 186. I think it would be around 76% max resistances. If possible, I suggest you to have more lightning resistance, as that's probably the one of the worst one. Oh yeah, I7 crit over that. That's true. Don't know why I started with this. I definitely should have more potion for this content as well, because this is one of the worst one. Okay, that should be fine. This is one of the worst quests for the 110. This is, in my opinion, easier than Jitan in the hardcore context, but on the normal player, this is gonna be way worse. This is a 4-part boss fight, which transforms him. Oh god, him to the 4 times. However, most importantly, there is a lot of summons called Frodoric Spark, and they pierces 30% of your elemental resistances. But more importantly, they just use Nova Charge, which is pretty much undodgeable. First phase is easy, don't worry about that too much. Second phase, started to summon the next guy, those guys now, which makes them immune, by the way. Surprise, surprise. However, what's actually bad is okay, tenacity coming. I want to enter the tenacity with no enemies around, but well, I don't think I have a choice. Stop summoning! What the heck? Make sure to dodge all of the Rift Storm. That one is literally one-shot kill Rift Storm. It's not gonna be the Rift Storm you can just face tank and then laugh at like Mephisto was. They're gonna cast the Nova Charge. That's the biggest issue to me. Is they're gonna cast Nova Charge. Tenacity coming. Tenacity's biggest point is he's gonna cast the one of the strongest poison of all time. At least at this point, you're not gonna have any way of surviving unless you have the life of me attack. Something like that that lowers the poison damage a lot. And also obviously overcapped poison resistances. It's not that one. That one is fine. If you get hit by that one, you're gonna get... Your life is gonna be 0 in like 2 seconds, and then it lasts like 30 seconds. If not more. One of the best thing you can do is just... Outside of your... If you have summon build, you're relatively fine. If you're ranged build like me, you're relatively fine. If you're melee build... and you have a lot of life of melee attack, like what's the name? Life of melee attack, like oh my god, what was that? If you have a low life of melee attack, like... And for the melee paladin, you're 100% fine just face tanking it. But if you're not on those, and like melee attacker who relies on the... Oh, I didn't pay attention. Oops. Whatever. You get the idea, you get the idea. I'm gonna do it off screen or I'm gonna cheat the charm. I don't really care. I can do it. And other 110 is... Let's do the easiest and most important one. Let's get to the Caudium, which is right here. I don't think I can finish Jitan. Probably. Caudium is a new town. So that's that. I'm not sure if they have the fire pierce. Might have fire pierce actually. Damage doesn't make any sense. You can get 5% lifesteal and 25 to all attributes. Those two are what I need. As the, you know, lifesteal becomes the other thing, and pierce and stats is more damage, and also attack rating too, which is huge because I don't have attack rating at all. Yeah, I probably do the Trajan jungle, and that's pretty much it for today's stream. So thank you so much for watching. I'll probably not stream for the later, cause I need to take a break. I feel like damage, as you can see, is not great. If you're physical throwbarb, you probably have way better time killing anything here. But at least you can kill it, and you are not in the danger of like immediate death. So that's that. Forest Keeper, if it takes like that much time, it's something is wrong. I won't say something is wrong. It's a mid to low, I would say. There's a 3 quest inside of Trajan Jungle, which is a huge area to be fair. On the 110 alone. Signet of skill over bottom of the map. What's the name of that again? Vision of Akarat is at the top of the map. There's a waypoint in that, by the way. And Lord at Rikshitan is at that place, that red place. Inside of those, I would argue that the Lord at Rikshitan is the most scary one. In fact, she's probably the scariest up for the fresh new character to do. I can't suggest anybody to do it. To be completely honest. At this level. On the hardcore at least. But on the softcore, you can actually corpse land, that's fine. None of them has time limit. If anything, Vision of Akarat can be impossible, depends on the build. If you are extremely sorry, give me a moment. If you're extremely low damage build, you're gonna have issue. And you cannot do that because that's a DPS check. And while no build usually has a ever issue, but well, exception exists. Other than that though, both Lord Adric Shitan and Signet of skill is not even a soul stealer, so you should be able to corpse line it if you want to do it. At this point. Oh my god, my throat. I really don't understand like why the Paladin shield has level 40 incarnation annihilation on Death Blow. That makes no sense. It doesn't even go above the cap of the Hydra anyways. Okay, welcome to the Bob level by the way. Two things. Potion effect is reduced. He'll use a lot of poison damage, and more importantly, he'll use that, and that's scary. We have the life region, but life region, you can life steal off of those guys right here. Oh. Other thing you can do is that you can hit the enemy. You can walk close to this guy here. And can I get damage quick? And if you kill this guy, you're gonna get life back. That's the other than potion. Those two are the main way of life survivability. So every time you feel like you're gonna die, I'm gonna hug that guy and then help me. There's sharp rocks coming every now and then, so that's that. Well, life from mini attack still works normally. Life region from skill source works normally. So this build doesn't really care about that too much. And without this signature skill, which gives the 2-2 skill level. Oh, I have 5 point now. Okay. Now that's done. Let's go for Vision Baccarat and then other one. Load the Trick Shitan. It's gonna be a corpse run. Especially on the Load the Trick Shitan because I don't really see a reason to do it with 80k defense. And survive that, to be completely honest. It's not okay to do it, but well, I'm fine doing it, so. I have more than 100% now. That's a low number. Akarat's coming. That's not 25. Needs to be better one, cause that can lower to 25 to all attributes. And well, stats point is directly damage for innate elemental damage build. We combat strength to the innate elemental damage, so. Our number might be too low to the point that Lion Stance might give me more damage, to be fair. I doubt it though. I don't know. Yeah, we have the Pierce anyway, so it should be same, if not better. Okay, now that we are gonna be... We are almost there to the point where we can do the... Chitan. So there's gonna be like 20 enemies who's casting those towers, which will shoot the projectile. Which is essentially weapon physical damage, and it takes through the defense and the physical damage. Those two are the important part. And why I have to say that? Well, because this is gonna be nightmare. Bisley. Why I say that is because this is gonna be a corpse run. And the reason being, if you're low on defense, I have high physical resistance, yes, but low on defense. That's more important. You really don't have a choice of survivability options. And more importantly, there's gonna be a fortress that's gonna happen. Let's wait till the God Tower is gone. God Tower is 5 seconds. Well, normally 5 seconds. I'm not sure if that was 5 seconds or something else. Yeah, we are killing the most of the art. And yeah, you can see that those axes are brutal. I'm ready to teleport. I should be ready. There's no way I'm gonna do these struts on the online. There's no way I'm gonna do this against this way on the hardcore even. But, well, you can easily do that, I guess. Surprised that I didn't die. This benefit, or the roll range, is for the spell focus, which we will not get the effect from. So this is just as much as this. We are not gonna roll this more than once. We missed the Scroll of King. We cannot do the thing in time. I'm gonna finish it here. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. I don't have enough time to go for the next things that I want to do. Probably off stream, I'm gonna level myself up at the cow level, which I can show, I guess, the cow level really quick. It's here. It does not consume this. It's actually a recent change that they made. But yeah, it does not confuse this. There's a cow king that will drop the portal to the cow. What's the other reg, which is for the cow prince, which gives the fool's gold, which is a new charm at the 115. But yeah, other than that, this is the place that I will probably level myself up with. Key of Sin and Key of Lies from those guys are gonna for later part. So I'm not gonna bother about that. Gear wise, I have to make this to the honorific and then bless it. That's easy. Boots has to be done on the same thing. But that's easy too. So that's not the concern to me. I'm gonna get Scroll of King off stream. I'll probably not deal with this now. I'd probably get better Forzone's Focus. I'd probably get better Vision of Akarat. I'd probably get leveled up. Potentially even up to 120. It depends. But well, if I overleveled, I'm gonna come back and then do the Ubers. At least give it a shot. May die. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Probably no stream later.